What do you call something that uses copyright without permission? A fair use of humor. Thought it's something serious that I want to talk about, but I thought I had a little weird joke. Maybe I'm a bit nerdy or whatever, but hey, whatever. Nerd! Anyways, I want to talk a little bit about copyright and fair use. And a couple weeks ago, I was talking to a client and their client about copyright.
There are clients waiting to talk to me.
And also, I've been using fair use content too.
Figure that they can claim fair use?
I want to talk a little bit about that, and I thought it's kind of an interesting thing, but at the same time, it's kind of boring. So I'm going to try to do the best I can with this video.
Boards.
I'm just going to read it off right here. Copyright is a typical intellectual property. I can't even say it proper. Anyways, it's a type of property. Copyright is a type of property that protects original works of authorship, including photos and videos. Copyright protects the expression of an idea, not the idea itself.
Idea!
This means you cannot copyright an idea, but you can copyright the way you express that idea.
Express myself too.
So who owns that copyright? So I'm a photographer. I own the photos that somebody asks me to go take a picture of a house or even the video of a house. I still own that. I personally feel that the person that bought the photos,
Don't forget to buy your photos!
from me owns a portion of that too. So if anybody asks me, can I buy those photos from you, I'll refer to my client first.
My client doesn't need to respond to that.
So what can you do with copyright photos and video? Generally, you do have to get the permission from the owner, which, like I said, I own the photos that I was paid to take the house of.
I own it all.
So when I'm asked, can somebody else use the photos, I'm usually okay with it. I don't really see a problem with it, as long as they're not going to really make money off those photos. It's just going to help promote them, and in the long run, it might even just promote me too.
We make money, they make money.
You know, if you're working for a company and you create a video or photos or even some artwork, if I can speak English today, that would be helpful.
English, dude. English.
If you're making some artwork for a company that you're working for, and what it comes down to is that the company actually owns that artwork that you made.
Yeah, you do your own dirty work.
Legally, you're paid from the company, not as a freelancer, as an employee. That company owns what you've done. So that's the copyright issue for that end of things. But really, like, I'm not a lawyer.
I'll get a lawyer. Can I get a lawyer here?
What it all means to you, wherever you are, that's what I would recommend. So the best way to try to use something that's copywritten, try to get permission from the artist.
Artist, true artist.
Video, well, you should just try to even contact the owner. You can go to the website, look up their information. If you can't do that, there might be some other way of trying to get a license for it, but try your hardest to get a hold of them, because it could lead you down a civil lawsuit.
You are breaking the law.
Now, some of you might have noticed that I'm using some copyright video in some of my videos, just like this one. That is more called
fair use.
And it's still copywritten, but as long as I'm not really showing it in a bad light, everything should be fine.
It's just the lighting! It's bad lighting! It's creating shadows!
I heard some YouTuber actually say, if you use just about 5 seconds, if you keep it under 5 seconds, it should be fine to use. If I do get a copyright strike or they have a problem with it, then I probably have to redo the video or just take the video down. All in general, it might be just easier that way, but that's something to think about. So every time I'm using one of those clips, I am taking a little bit of a risk.
No risk, no reward.
Legally, what is fair use? Well, I have it written here, and fair use is a legal doctrine that allows the use of limited portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without getting permission from the copyright owner or paying any license fees.
Boards.
Fair use applies to all types of works, including text, images, video, and music. So just like I was saying, I saw one YouTuber talk a bit about this, and what he said is just try to keep it under 5 seconds. That seems to be the safe way of using the content, and a lot of the clips that I have noticed on this one website, they all seem to be under the 5 seconds.
5 second rule! 5 second rule!
Thank you for watching, and put in the comments that what are your thoughts on copyright and fair use, and
Your thoughts?
if you have any other links that might be interesting for me to take a look at, or even to add for other people to take a look at too.
Great for sharing.
Sharing is fun.
I love it.
Because I find all this really interesting, trying to find out what exactly is copyright. Because I understood a few years ago there were some changes and it gave more power to us, the creators. So anyways, I try not to get a lawyer.
I'll get you that lawyer.
If you don't have to, that would be the most expensive route, but hopefully you don't have to go that route. Please subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. Comment. If you can comment, that would be helpful too. I'd like to get your guys' thoughts on things like that. Even if you have another link to some other fair use clips that any one of us could use, that would be really interesting to see what's out there. And even any articles that you guys might have on this subject, that would be helpful too. Anyways, have a great day.